Discover Italy's best region for a road trip. Umbria is one of the 20 regions of Italy bordered by the rolling greenery of Tuscany, Le Marche, and Lazio. It is known as the Green Heart of Italy, as Umbria is cherished for having fertile landscapes braided with vineyards and richly woven history. Characterized by medieval hill towns, gorgeous lakes, and fascinating Roman ruins and the most delicious produce in Italy. Forage for truffles, taste fine Italian wines, and you've got the essence of this brochure-beautiful region. Umbria truly has it all. So here are some less popular places and the most beautiful towns in Umbria. Umbria is one of the preferred Italian regions to organize a road trip. Despite its small size, this region in central Italy offers a variety of experiences. In addition to its rich history and art, Umbria has extensive green natural parks backed by centuries of culinary and religious tradition. This region is embellished with gorgeous medieval villages and fortified with exquisite food. If you decide to take a road trip discovering Umbria, make sure you do not miss these 10 places. Watch this video till the end as I have 2 surprises for you, which includes a freebie. So here are some of the best places in Umbria that are definitely noteworthy. Spello. Spello is an ancient walled town with honey-colored houses cascading down the slopes of St. Francis's Mountain, Monte Subasio. Located on the doorstep of Assisi in east-central Umbria, it's a small town, but its gorgeous views make it well worth a visit. In fact, it's easily one of the most beautiful villages in Italy. Built from Subasio marble, the entire town takes on a pinkish color around sunrise and sunset. Bevagna. In the heart of Umbria, Bevagna is a valley town between 2 rivers. Its location, on ancient Via Flaminia, the Roman road leading from Rome to present-day Rimini, has imbued it with history. The town square, Piazza Silvestri, has 2 sensational Romanesque churches, small, understated San Silvestro and imposing San Michele Arcangelo. Enophiles and design lovers have a treat in store: a short drive northwest beyond town, gorgeous wine cellars and vineyards. It would be greatly appreciated if you could subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Perugia. With a pristine medieval center and an international student population, Perugia is Umbria's largest and most cosmopolitan city. Its historic center, seemingly little changed in more than 400 years, rises in a helter-skelter of cobbled alleys, arched stairways and piazzas framed by solemn churches and magnificent Gothic palazzi. The most famous of all old masters from Perugia, the prolific and hard-working Renaissance painter Perugino, was important enough to be commissioned by Pope Sixtus IV to paint frescoes in the Sistine Chapel in Rome. Perugino is best known as a teacher of Raphael, whose early works show his influence. On the shores of Lake Trasimeno, where Umbria meets Tuscany, the town of Castiglione del Lago is famous for its 13th-century Castello del Leone, whose lofty watchtowers reveal splendid views over glittery water to the countryside beyond. Marmari Falls is one of the tallest human-made waterfalls in the world. Tucked within Nera River Park, also known as Waters Park, it was built by the Romans back in 271 BC to divert the overflowing stagnant waters of the River Velino into the River Nero. Today, the falls feed the Galeto hydroelectric power station, which has enabled the metalworking, electrochemical, and electric industries at Terni. Assisi. Pilgrims have been going to Assisi since the 13th century to venerate St. Francis, who was born and buried here. Framed by the long, undulating hills of Umbria and the forests of Monte Subasio, Assisi is one of the best preserved medieval towns in the world and one of Italy's most spellbinding gems. Assisi is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the entire town basks in this coveted status because of its plethora of art and historically significant buildings, like the Basilica di San Francesco. The basilica, in particular, has such a collection of frescoes and paintings that it rivals many art museums. According to the UN, the town has a singular importance for its role in the diffusion of the Franciscan order and for its continuity of a city sanctuary from its Umbrian Roman origins to today. Narni is a quiet hamlet overlooking the lush Nera Valley. Known for its spectacular sunsets that take center stage over the backdrop of the Umbrian countryside, it's one of the most romantic little villages in Italy. But the old town has historical and cultural significance too. Admire the incredible artwork at the Civic Museum and explore Narni's unbelievable underground town only discovered in 1977. Inside, you'll find a 13th century Benedictine church painted with amazing frescoes, a Roman cistern, and a Holy Inquisition courtroom. What makes this town special is that it's not at all touristy. Todi rises on the top of a 400 meters hill that overlooks the valley of Tiber River, on the border with the ancient Etruscan territory. Its name derives indeed from this particular geographical position, tutir that means border. Todi, still surrounded by overshadowing medieval walls, was founded for one of the Etruscan city-state of Veii, whose inhabitants were there in 2707 BC, under the guide of Todaro, in order to control the Tiber River, a very important transportation and commerce artery. Gubbio is a medieval town in northeastern Umbria. Gubbio is one of Umbria's oldest towns. The town center is a pleasing mix of medieval, Gothic and Renaissance architecture built from grey limestone. It's known as the City of Fools because you can obtain a madman's license and Ugubina citizenship by merely circling the small fountain in Largo Bargello 3 times. Umbria is the heart of Italy's truffle industry, producing the largest quantities of black truffles in the country. Gubbio happens to be known for their superb quality white truffles. Truffles are an intricate part of Umbrian cuisine, and truffle hunting is something that many residents do on the weekends with their truffle hunting hounds. Spoleto. Located in southeastern Umbria, Spoleto is one of the region's most fascinating art towns. Its wealth of history, varied cultural heritage and important arts events make Spoleto a rare non-touristy town of Italy. Spoleto became a Roman colony and later a municipium, 90 BC. After the fall of the Roman Empire, it was taken over first by Theodoric, king of the Visigoths, and then by the Byzantine Belisarius. In the early Middle Ages, it became the capital of the Lombard Duchy of Spoleto. Cardinal Albornoz secured Spoleto for the papacy and made it an important town in the Papal States. The historic center has maintained its medieval appearance. The town's greatest monument is the cathedral, built in the Romanesque style in the 12th century. At 1,452 meters above sea level, Castelluccio di Norcia is one of the highest settlements in the Apennines, reachable via a panoramic road with hairpin turns. Located on a hilltop inside the Monte Sibillini National Park in Umbria, this small village of little more than 100 residents lies above the Great Plain, Piano Grande, 1,270 meters, one of 3 karstic plateaus that surround Castelluccio. Every year from late May to July, the plains transform into a colorful carpet of flowers, a spectacular nature show known as La Fiorita, when lentils bloom, for which Castelluccio is famous, alongside poppies, cornflowers, daisies, wild mustard, orchids, and more flowers. Wildflowers grow naturally among the lentil crops thanks to an absence of pesticides. Lentils have been cultivated on the karstic plains of Umbria for centuries, and while the production is small by industrial standards, this particular type of lenticchia, small and full-flavored, is quite sought after for its flavor and because it's easy to cook and preserve. Thanks for watching till the end, and as promised earlier on, I have a freebie for you and also a discount on car rentals. Save up to 30% when hiring a car anywhere in the world when you click on the link I left for you in the description below. I also left for car insurance as it is important to travel safely. The third link below is for a free ebook about renting a car in Europe. A very useful guide indeed. Subscribe now and hit the thumbs up for more freebies and discounts coming your way soon.